This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening, and thank you for being with us. It has now been 2 days since Pimicikamak Cree Nation residents lost electricity. A broken power line over the Nelson River has left some 7,000 Manitobans without access to lights, heat, or clean water since Sunday night. And now Manitoba Hydro says power there may not be restored until Thursday evening.
It was cold the last couple of nights, and we've been out of power for more than 30 hours.
Hundreds of vulnerable residents have now been evacuated from the community and sent to Thompson. Buses will soon start bringing others to Winnipeg, with those left in the community now desperately trying to stay warm.
With my family, we had 15 in our house. We were all bundled in the living room. It's been a struggle. It was very frustrating yesterday after the 24-hour mark because we had nothing.
A group of residents have been doing their best to provide warm meals for those still in the community. Larissa Papanakis is running the kitchen in one of the warming centers that has been set up.
We are practically feeding more than 1,000, more than 3,000 maybe, or maybe even more people. It's very heartbreaking to have to see, especially during winter, especially for families to be in their homes cold, hungry.
Chief David Monia says 600 new generators and more gas is headed to the First Nation. It comes as much of northern Manitoba is expected to plunge in temperatures in the coming days, with Wednesday's forecast high at -25. Manitoba Hydro says crews on site have determined repairs to the power line will take longer than expected due to its location and the difficult terrain. In Winnipeg, a man is dead and 3 people were taken to hospital after fire tore through a home in the Lord Roberts neighborhood. It happened Monday afternoon on Nassau Street between Kylemore and Walker Avenues. And as the CBC's Arturo Chang shows us, neighbors rushed to help.
Firefighters worked to control the heavy smoke and flames coming from this house on Nassau Street. 3 people managed to get out in time, but a man in his 40s was found dead inside the home.
The whole house went up so fast. I was not expecting it to go that fast, but it went.
Fisher Volgamut lives nearby. When they saw flames from their kitchen Monday afternoon, they rushed to help. That's when they saw a woman trying to climb out from their second-floor window.
There's a lot of smoke pouring out of a second-floor window, and she was nervous about jumping out, it seemed, and she was just trying to convince herself, like, hey, like, it's better than that, you just got to get out. So, and like, I think she might have been napping or not sure what, but yeah, she fell out, and like, there's some broken glass, so was not doing too great. Had inhaled a lot of smoke.
The city says a couple in their 60s and a woman in her 30s were taken to hospital. They were treated and released. People in the area watched as crews worked Monday. Jeremy Dirksen came back the next day to see the damage.
Very sad state here. Yeah, this is not a good time for people to have to go through this type of thing, and I really feel for the people.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. Arturo Chang, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Well, prepare to ring in the new year with a higher hydro bill. Manitoba hydro rates are going up 4% on January 1st. This is the result of an urgent interim order to help the Crown Corporation keep its financial head above water. The CBC's Bartley Kivas brings us the details.
Manitoba Hydro expected to make $200 million this fiscal year. Then came another summer of drought and low water on Lake Winnipeg, which the provincial utility uses as a reservoir to power its largest plants on the Nelson River. Hydro is now expected to lose $400 million by the end of March. Given this downturn, the Public Utilities Board is stepping in and ordering Hydro to raise its rates by the maximum amount, 4% across the board, starting in 2 days.
PUB's order acknowledges that there's a deterioration in Manitoba Hydro's financial health, and we had already asked for something of an increase.
In a rate application filed in March, the Crown Corporation asked for 3 consecutive annual rate hikes of 3.5%. Hydro said it needed more money to fix aging infrastructure and expand generating capacity. Hydro did not seek a rate hike at all for 2025. The NDP government called that a rate freeze, but a coalition of consumer groups criticized that decision, warning it would result in rates rising even higher in coming years. Now those fears are coming true, with a 4% rate hike the Consumers Coalition calls challenging. The NDP government says it respects the role the provincial regulator plays in setting rates. Bart Lekivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.
All to Saskatchewan now, where at least one person has died and 3 others were injured in a shooting in that province today. RCMP officials say 2 suspects are still on the loose.
Our information is that the 2 suspects were on an ATV traveling in an unknown direction around the time of the shooting.
It happened on Big Island Lake, Cree Nation, northwest of Saskatoon near the Alberta border. Officials warned people today in an area that stretches from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan to Bonnyville, Alberta, to find a safe location and lock their doors. A dangerous person alert that was in place has now been lifted. RCMP say they believe there is no longer an imminent risk to public safety. New data from the city shows more tickets were issued for people violating the residential parking ban this month than in the last 3 years. More than 5,500 drivers were ticketed during the recent snowplow operation. That is significantly more than the totals issued in a single snow cleanup since 2022. The city says most offenders have now paid their tickets. And that leads us now to a first check on our weather forecast, and certainly not as cold as it was Monday morning. In fact, some of us getting above the freezing mark throughout the day in southern Manitoba. Looking at our daytime highs from the day today, Brandon, Melita above the freezing mark at 1 degree. Winkler also making it to 1 this afternoon. -8 in Winnipeg. You can kind of see with the color contouring where the jet stream kind of cuts through the province, where we've seen some of those warmer temperatures on the southern side of that, and these warmer temperatures stretching back into parts of southern Saskatchewan and southern Alberta, where Calgary even got up to 11 degrees through the afternoon. But things are changing here. We have a winter storm watch in place for the Hudson Bay coast. Could see wind gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour as we get Wednesday into Thursday. There's also an extreme cold warning in place for much of northern Manitoba, looking at the potential as we get through the next couple of days of seeing wind chill values at -50. That is frostbite on exposed skin in minutes. We are looking at temperatures as we get through the night and into the day tomorrow, falling as we get into the day. So -18, chance of flurries overnight tonight in Winnipeg. Partly cloudy by the time we get to the morning, but you'll notice that temperature sliding as we get into the afternoon tomorrow. By the afternoon, -21. We will talk your New Year's forecast in just a little bit. Well, the years after the pandemic have been tough for live music, but at least one Winnipeg venue is doing very well. The CBC's Bart Lekivas brings us more on what is being called the best year ever for the Burton Cummings Theatre.
The Walker Theatre opened in downtown Winnipeg in 1907 when the city was a railway boomtown. The theatre closed in 1933 during the Depression and then reopened in 1945 as the Odeon Movie Theatre. It, too, closed in 1990 and resumed life as the Walker again the following year, thanks to the efforts of a nonprofit organization led by future Winnipeg Mayor Sam Cates. Despite the grandeur of this old vaudeville-era theatre, it was a struggle to keep the lights on for many of the years after it reopened as a live entertainment venue in 1991. Now, however, things are looking up. What's now the Burton Cummings Theatre just had its best year ever. More than 90,000 tickets were sold in 2025, according to music industry trade publication Polestar. That allowed the Burt to crack the top 100 in attendance for soft seat theaters anywhere in the world.
And we, try to punch above our weight class with the artists that we get.
Ruben Ramalero is live entertainment director for True North Sports and Entertainment, which bought the Burt in 2016.
I think it's the ability to do a variety of different things. We do everything from comedy to metal to hip-hop to folk shows. We could do seated events. We can do standing GA events.
True North says it spent $3 million on improvements to the Burt over the past decade, including new seating, a new sound system, and better amenities backstage. This music industry veteran says the Burt has also carved out a niche for itself on the touring circuit.
The BERT has a unique capacity right now at 1,500, so that's an approachable capacity for a touring band, a mid-level touring or a band, or a local band that's really hit the mark and is coming into their own nationally. That's the sign they've really made it, is when you first headline the BERT.
Joey Landreth of the Brothers Landreth first headlined the venue in 2015. He says he's seen improvements to the theater since then.
They've really poured a lot of love and care into that place, and they've left a lot of it intact. It still feels like the same Walker Theater to me.
According to Polestar, gross ticket sales at the BERT were about $5.4 million Canadian this year. Ruben Ramalero wouldn't say whether the BERT now generates net profits for True North. He says there's always a need to invest more into the 118-year-old venue. Bartley Kivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Coming up, 2025 saw the remains of 2 First Nations women found in a Winnipeg area landfill, and a search start for another. Loved ones reflect on those searches when we come back. Stay Welcome back. This year saw the remains of 2 First Nations women recovered from a Winnipeg area landfill, and the start of a search at another landfill for a 3rd woman. Victims' families say this year has shown how far reconciliation has come in our province and how far there still is to go. The CBC's Caitlin Gowerluck brings us the story.
This means a lot.
More than 3 years after Albert Shingusa's daughter Ashley was killed, crews started searching for her remains in a Winnipeg landfill this month.
I want to bring her home. I want to put her in the better place where she is now.
While the year is ending with a search for Ashley Shingusa's remains, it started with a different search that found 2 other women, Morgan Harris and Mercedes Myron. All 3 were killed in 2022 by a man who targeted vulnerable First Nations women and disposed of their bodies in the garbage. Bringing them home meant a lot for their families and their communities.
You know, when we talk about reconciliation, this is exactly it. You know, action behind those words, not just, you know, empty words.
But Melissa Robinson says there's still work to do, like creating a safe space for Indigenous women that the province says it hopes to open next year.
Why are we still functioning the same way it was when my cousin was out on the streets?
Myron's grandma agrees. More needs to be done to protect vulnerable people like her granddaughter.
They got these big plans, but nothing gets done. So reconciliation is kind of, to me, it's kind of not real.
Shingusa's father says his family is hopeful. They'll be able to bring Ashley home soon.
They say to me, they're not going to quit until they find her. I hope they keep that word.
The Manitoba government says the landfill search for Shingus is expected to last 6 months, but it's budgeting to go longer if needed. Caitlin Gowerluck, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Headaches are often thought to be connected to weather shifts, like when a heavy storm rolls in or low pressure moves into the province. Well, now researchers in Alberta are looking into whether changes in atmospheric pressure are really the reason why. The CBC's Joe Horwood has more.
When warm Chinook winds blow through southern Alberta, they bring a rapid drop in barometric pressure and inevitably a wave of migraines for people living here. Calgarians know that Chinooks can bring headaches, but experts aren't actually sure how.
It's not as many studies as you'd think, and it's not 100% sure based on the state of the research.
Headaches are Serena Orr's specialty. She's a pediatric neurologist and recently ran her own study among adolescents diagnosed with migraine.
And we expected to see a strong relationship based on older adult studies amongst adults with migraine, where they did find a strong relationship between Chinook days and attacks. We didn't see that in kids. So that was really unexpected. And we are not sure why.
Orr thinks it could have something to do with the inner ear system, and that as we get older, our brain and its functions deteriorate.
Is it something about the changes that happen to the inner ear and to how the inner ear talks to the brain that is linking kind of that predisposition to pain? But I think it's really unknown. And this age effect, it seems to have come out now in the 3 Chinook studies that have been done. But again, I think we need to see it in different regions and see if this is something we can replicate.
In Calgary, we call it a Chinook. In Japan, it's known as oroshi, but there's one key difference. We contacted one of Orr's colleagues, Toshiyuki Hikita. He practices north of Tokyo. Over email, he told us that when oroshi blow over the mountains, they bring cold air. He doesn't necessarily see headache patients increasing at that time, but ahead of a typhoon, when the barometric pressure drops, he has patients experiencing migraines even if the weather is sunny, and notices it in himself. Around the world, dropping pressure seems to be to blame. How that translates to migraines remains unclear.
Somebody needs to do it, and I think we are really well positioned here to lead the research given our Chinooks and our climate.
Orr says she never had a migraine herself until she moved to Calgary. But now another headache might be figuring out how they happen.
The CBC's Joel Horwood reporting. In Ontario was another day of brutal weather today, with a cold snap and strong winds bringing snow squalls and freezing temperatures, creating treacherous driving conditions. Police warned people to stay off the roads.
If you don't have to be on the road, don't be on the road. Stay home, keep yourself safe, keep other people safe.
Parts of southern Ontario are seeing freezing rain and heavy snowfall, while further north, whiteout conditions are forcing the closure of many municipal services. Utility company Hydro One reported thousands of customers without power across the province. And on this side of the border in Manitoba, enjoying some warmer temperatures for some of us, but that is about to change. And actually, that system in Ontario will have an impact on parts of our province as well as we get through the next couple of days. Looking at your New Year's forecast here, at a glance, we are looking at more snow for Westman as we get through the next 48 hours. A cold New Year's Eve, so bundle up if you are heading out for any celebrations tomorrow evening. And 2026 looks to start below seasonal for most of us across the province. Looking at satellite and radar, we did get some sunny breaks across the south, but as expected, clouds featured quite prominently throughout the day today. And you can see into Saskatchewan, there is some of that snow starting to push into the Manitoba side of the border. That will continue as we get into the evening tonight. Again, just like we saw last night, another quick push of snow, although this one a bit further west. So as we get into the overnight hours, this is more like a chance of flurries for Winnipeg, but a better chance of even some periods of light snow through southwestern Manitoba and into south central parts of the province. Again, not talking any major accumulations. For most of us, this will likely be just a quick dusting as we get through the early morning hours tomorrow, and then we'll get into some sunshine as we get under the influence of high pressure through later Wednesday. That's going to cool temperatures down, and then another quick round of snow coming through the west and a chance of flurries into Winnipeg as we get early into New Year's Day. So a bit of a mixed bag, and you can see some cloud cover over Hudson Bay. We're looking at winds potentially gusting up to 90 over the next couple of days in Churchill, and that's the remnants of that low that's been impacting parts of Ontario, spinning back further north and actually moving northwest in some cases as we get through the next couple of days here, although not bringing a whole ton of precipitation. As we get into the new year, though, temperatures will really be the story. So what you're looking at on the screen is the white line, and anything north of that is into the minus 20s when you get into some of those deeper blues and purple colors, and even into the purples, we're looking at temperatures close to the minus 30 mark. So into the first part of January, looking at temperatures staying fairly seasonal for the south, but you can see here by the time we get to the 4th into Sunday, we are looking at some cold air pushing back in to the northern prairies. So for your New Year's Eve through the day tomorrow, temperatures for most of us falling through the day to minus 21 in Winnipeg, minus 20 in Brandon by the afternoon, but not even getting out of minus 30s in parts of northern Manitoba, and tack on some wind chill. It's going to be a bitter, bitter cold day in parts of the north as we get through tomorrow. For the south, as we head into New Year's Eve, if you're heading out to celebrate, well, we're looking at temperatures around minus 24 in Winnipeg, the wind chill making it feel closer to minus 28, and maybe a few flurries as we get into New Year's Day with a temperature at minus 17 degrees. Your 7-day forecast is coming up. And still ahead, the countdown is on. More on New Year's Eve preparations and how you can take in celebrations from across the country. We'll have more on that after the break. Stay with us. All right, in New York, organizers of the city's New Year's Eve celebration ran more tests today to make sure the star of the show performs on cue. The iconic Times Square ball will start its drop 60 seconds before midnight on Wednesday. This year's festivities will have a patriotic theme to mark America's 250th birthday. And join CBC on New Year's Eve for a live cross-Canada countdown. Adrian Arsenault will host from Toronto with Jan Arden, while Ian Hannah-Mansing will be with Andrew Fung in Edmonton, helping ring in the new year from coast to coast to coast. And our own Chloe Friesen will be a part of that program. She will be live from Zoo Lights at Assiniboine Park Zoo all night long. That special begins at 7 Central tomorrow on CBC News Network, 8 p.m. on our CBC Manitoba streaming channel, and we will join it at 9 on CBC Television. All right, let's have a look at your dog walking forecast as we head into the final day of 2025. And here is Heidi, who is dressed and ready for winter. Thank you, Betty and Glenn from Brandon, who watch us every night, for sending this picture in. Send yours to talkback at cbc.ca. Looking at temperatures around -21 in Winnipeg tomorrow. Bit breezy through the earlier part of the day. Then we'll see winds backing off as we get later into the daytime through your Wednesday. Into New Year's Day, maybe a few flurries first thing in the morning, then mainly cloudy skies. -17 as we head into Friday. Bit windy into Saturday at -14. Then our next chance for some snow comes our way as we head into the day on Sunday, before we see temperatures getting closer to seasonal to start next week. Well, it is the restaurant opening that you could describe as the Taco the Rock. So many Newfoundlanders have been showing up to a newly opened Taco Bell that city staff are having to intervene. That is our Daily Lift. All right, this was the scene over Mount Pearl over the weekend. Officials there had to warn about nacho average traffic delays because of the long lines heading to the drive-thru. The franchise owner told CBC News the store served almost 700 people on Saturday's opening day, and apparently Sunday was no different either. City officials joked online that drivers should aim to keep their holiday spirit intact while they wait in line to get their taste of the popular fast food chain. Kind of reminds me, thinking back to 2019, I think it was, when Jollibee opened in Winnipeg to fanfare and those big tents they had set up. Thank you so much for being with us. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.